my lovely friends! So 2014 has come to a close, and it ended up being a wonderful year for reading and booktubing for me. And I love sharing the whole thing with you guys. It's definitely more fun to read as part of a community of people who are as obsessed about talking about books as I am. I would be so much better at small talk at parties. It was more socially acceptable to hold forth on the wonderfulness of fangirl for 45 minutes straight. Okay, let me preface this by reminding everyone that I'm a bit of a fast reader, and it's both a blessing and a curse. A blessing because I get through a lot more, and a curse because it's harder to remember all the details of everything when you've read so much since. Though that does mean I get to reread books sooner, so it's not that bad of a curse. Anyway, I think I broke it down this year that I read on average about 100 pages an hour. So an average 300-page book will take me around 3 hours or so. Sometimes I think I should try reading slower, but it's how I've naturally read since I was 10, so I can't really figure out how to slow it down or speed it up. It kind of is what it is. So my goal for 2014 was 250 books, which is a book every day and a half, I think. I was pretty sure this challenge was going to hand my head back to me on a very fancy silver platter. However, I ended up being very sick for a goodly portion of 2014, which, while sucky for my life in general, was a boon for my reading goal. And I ended the year having read 256 books, which is 102% of my goal. This is also an increase over 2013 when I read 222 books, which is an increase of 13% if my math is correct. I also had an increase in page count for the year. In 2013, I read a total of 76,709 pages, and in 2014, that increased to 84,820 pages for an 11% increase in page count. That page number probably got jerked around a lot this year, as I read a bunch of 1,000-page books and then a bunch of comics and novellas as well. The longest book I read in 2014 was The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson for 1,007 pages. I read this by accident. I did not know how large it was when I got into it because I had it on my Kindle. I probably would not have read it quite so soon if I'd known, but I'm glad I did because that book is amazing. I rated one book 1 star in 2014. I don't give 1 stars often. They go to books that I find so reprehensible they make me so mad. In this case, it was a definite crossing of the consent, no consent line. It was not acceptable. In 2013, I managed to avoid any 1-star books, so this was an increase of 100%. 77 books earned a 2-star rating in 2014. I give 2 stars for books I just don't like. For whatever reason, I didn't connect with them, they weren't my cup of tea, just not for me. This is about equal to the 2-star ratings I gave in 2013, so the increase in reading I did this year was not in books I didn't like, which is wonderful. 124 books earned a 3-star rating in 2014, which is a like rating for me. This is where I wish there were half stars on Goodreads, because a 3-star for me can range from, I liked it, it was pretty good, to, I really liked this book. 3 stars is where a book kind of starts for me. I don't go into a book expecting to dislike it, else, well, I wouldn't have picked it up in the first place. So I'm predisposed to think I'll probably like it. From there, the book can push me to dislike or up to the love side. I had a 9% increase from 2013 in 3-star rated books, so I'm reading a bit more books I like these days. 45 books received a 4-star rating for me, which is an I love this book rating. These books leave me excited at the end and energized and in love with the world of reading. I had a 4% increase in 4-star books over 2013, so a few more books I loved in 2014. Okay, I am very stingy with my 5-star ratings. Only one book in 2013 earned a 5-star rating, which was Fangirl. Typically 4 stars is the highest I'll give on a first read. Then if I reread the book at some point and still love it and think it's absolutely amazing, then it deserves to be promoted into the pantheon of my favorite books, and it will get a 5-star rating. I made an effort to reread more books in 2014, so 7 books made the cut to be promoted from 4 stars to 5 stars. 6 of these were comic books from the Girl Genius series, which is my favorite webcomic, and I reread it all this summer, and it is beyond perfection. The other book was Fallen Too Far by Abby Glines, the first book in her Rosemary Beach series. I know it's schlocky and melodramatic and ridiculous, but I think it's the perfect soap opera, and I can't help loving it. There is a very rare occasion where a book can earn 5 stars on its first read, and that's when I surface from finishing the book. It's like the heavens have opened and I wander around the house going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I cannot imagine how a book could be more perfect. It's kind of a transcendent experience that happens rarely, and I just know this book will be one of my favorite books, no questions. That's what happened with Fangirl in 2013. In 2014, that happened twice. The first time was for Cress by Marissa Meyer last winter. Perfection. And then this fall for Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, mind-blowing. So that was my 2014. If you want to see my stats page from Goodreads, which will show the breakdown of what earned what rating in 2014, I have included the link in the description below. 2014 was amazing. Now on to 2015. I've been debating what to do about my 2015 goal. On one hand, I want it to be, well, a challenge, but on the other hand, I want to read at the pace I want to read without feeling pressure to race through things too much. And my goal is to not be as sick in 2015 and so have more time for booktubing, which ironically means somewhat less time for reading. So I think I'm gonna actually drop my goal down somewhat to make room for more booktubing. I'm thinking of 220 books, which is where I ended up for 2013. So that's 30 books less, around 18 books a month instead of the 21 books a month I was doing in 2014. Other goals for me, I want to reread more of my 4-star rated books that I read 5 years or more in the past, so I can review their eligibility for a 5-star favorite rating upgrade. So look for hopefully an increase in my 5-star rated books for 2015. Also in 2015, I want to bring back the Goodreads Psychic, as I know everyone loves that so much. I just haven't had the bandwidth to do them, but hopefully with my reading goal dropped a bit, that will free up some time, so expect more Goodreads Psychic in 2015. Alright, this was a longer video than usual for me. Thanks for sticking it out. Have you guys come up with any unique goals for yourself for 2015? Maybe I'll co-opt some of them to spice up my 2015.